Hello, welcome back to Civic Concord, a podcast where we share information, highlight important topics, and hear directly from people involved in town government. Today we're going to be talking about recreation, and I have a special guest here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Megan. My name is Lee Jackson, and I'm the Recreation Director here in Concord. I was hired about a year ago, and it's really exciting to help take charge and lead the department. It's been a blessing so far, and I'm looking forward to the year ahead.
Great. I can't believe it's been a year. I feel like I've known you longer, but we're so happy to have you as part of the team. And we're excited to talk a little bit about recreation today. And I thought maybe you could start by talking about why recreation is so important in our community here.
Absolutely. A little bit off the cuff, I think that recreation is vital to the community. We bring a lot of fun and a lot of heart and a lot of community building to the town and for our community. So it's vital. It's vital to the community. It promotes physical, mental, and social health and wellness, and it really enhances the quality of life. I think it's essential. Parks and recreation are a natural place to build community. There's something for everyone in parks and recreation, whether it's programs or whether it's open space for people to meditate and walk and think about life and their goals, And so really parks and recreation is vital to lead a happy, healthy, and active life.
Great. And this is a great town for recreation. We have several different facilities across town. We have, like you said, beautiful parks, and we have several amenities. Can you talk about what facilities the recreation division manages and what residents should know about them?
Sure, absolutely. So when I came into Concord, I was really happy to see the Beauty Swim and Fitness Center. I think that's a highlight of our recreation assets. The Beauty Swim and Fitness Center has an opportunity for people to come in, get a membership, and work out upstairs. And there's also a pool,
Several pools.
Competition pool, a warm pool, lap pool, and a diving well. So it's a really fun place to get active, bring your family, make sure the kids get active, and swim and be healthy and laugh and participate in community through like the Dolphins program. So we host the swim team over at BD, and it's wonderful.
My daughter did swimming lessons there this year.
Oh, great.
It was really great.
Great.
We really enjoyed it. So what would you say?
Oh, I should list the others.
Yeah.
Let me go
What
through
else
the
do you
others.
have?
I'm sorry. I was excited about BD, so I wanted to talk about BD.
BD's great. We do have more than that.
We have the Otters program there, not the Dolphins program, by the way. That was my old town, so we'll fix that. But
So what's the Otters program?
that's the swim program for the high school
Okay.
and the community. So we basically teach the children how to swim, so we encourage them to be part of the swim team.
Okay.
And as they grow up, they have an opportunity to get competitive. And that's a neat opportunity for students and children, because they get to gain confidence in themselves and learn to be part of a team, right? And play and swim and get strong and healthy and vibrant. So it's wonderful. But I do want to tell you about other facilities we have too.
Yeah.
So the Hunt Recreation Building is a physical facility, and it's over at Emerson Park. And should be an historical building. We have been in existence over there. That building has been in place for well over 50 years, and it was a gift to the town. And I understand that the building itself is part of a few parcels that was gifted to the town many, many years ago.
Oh, cool.
But it's wonderful. So we host all of our sport programming there. That's where we house all of our admin staff, and we have our sports programs that operate out of there. Our summer camp, which is a huge hit, and obviously right now we're right in the middle of it, so there's a lot of energy over there. But yeah, all of our programs, enrichment programs are housed there. All of our admin staff, business operations, programmers, etc. So it's a real hub for recreation. We also manage White Pond.
Oh, right. That's been popular this summer.
It's huge and really popular, and it's gorgeous. It, again, is, I think, a very special location and asset for the town of Concord. There you can come to the beach and swim. We have a boat dock out in the water, so people can swim to it. There's a swim area and there's full facilities. And it's just gorgeous. You really feel like you're far away from town when you're at White Pond.
For White Pond and for Beatty, there are membership programs, but you could also try it out.
Yes.
If you wanted to see how you liked it if you're a resident, or how does that work?
Absolutely. You can drop in. So at White Pond, for instance, if you drive in on a good day and you roll in and you're not a member but you want to check it out, you can drop in and pay a daily rate.
Okay.
I don't have all the rates in front of me, but it's a nominal price, right? And you go and enjoy the day with your family and friends, and then you can join a membership online.
Okay, great.
That's concordrecreation.com.
Perfect.
Same for Beatty. You can drop in Beatty and explore and see if you like the fitness area, the cardio equipment, see if it serves you well. Or, of course, you can drop in and do a swim program and then decide that you want to be a member and you want this part of your lifestyle. And just you join in. And it is a well-established community over there of people who are really passionate about what they do and about their health and their lifestyle. So it's really great. And
Good way to meet your neighbors.
Yeah, I encourage you to check it out.
There's so many different programs that you discussed here. They're all different, from camp to swim programs. What would you say is the most popular, or what are kind of the top ones that you have to, make sure you register for if you're interested?
I would add a couple more there because you just brought one up for me, and that's Carousel, our preschool program.
Okay.
I would say that's one of our most popular programs that we have is Carousel. We also permit, by the way, in terms of facilities that we manage and permit to kind of further that answer. We have Carousel, the preschool program. We run after-school programs and manage those, and enrichment programs, as I mentioned. But we also permit the parks, Emerson Park, Rideout Park, Doug White Field. So recreation is really involved. When we talk about facilities, we might only have a couple of facilities, but boy, do we, do a lot of the work to make sure that recreation is happening around the community. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
But let's get to our most popular program. So summer camp is hugely popular. It has been, I understand, here for decades. We happen to have, it's all about the staff. I really want to highlight, it's the staff that makes it so. I feel that way. I started talking about Carousel. That's first one on my list, too. So Carousel is run by Anita Hill. She's been with the community for something like 35 years. She told me that a couple months ago. She's had more than 35 years with the recreation department. And as you can imagine, every year we just get better and better. So Carousel is really special. It is a place where families go and the children highlight as they grow up. They come back to Miss Anita Hill and they say, "You have shaped my life and changed my life," and the teachers too. And she has had the opportunity to experience that and even hire her students to be teachers years later. So it's a wonderful story that I want to highlight. But Carousel is certainly, it fills up with a wait list within minutes of opening registration. So it is one of our most popular programs. I would say summer camp as well. Summer camp is the kind of thing where if you want to send your child to summer camp, you are on the computer at 7 a.m. Or the morning of registration, right? It's fantastic. We have about 200 campers right now over at Hunt Recreation. This morning I was enjoying all the smiling faces and the counselors getting prepared for their speeches and their activities. Summer camp is a real highlight, just as it was for many of us growing up. It still is that special time that we're creating memories that are going to last a lifetime, and even relationships too. What's wonderful about summer camp is we're bringing kids together who otherwise may or may not ever meet each other. And so they're really, truly building lifelong potential relationships, and it's so healthy, and it's so fun, and we're an inclusive program as well. So we serve children with disabilities as well, and we're doing a really good job of that too. This morning I had the opportunity to see a mother and child, get dropped off to the program, and just saw them walking in, and just, warms your heart.
Yeah.
Warms your heart. So we're doing a great job over there, but it's because of the staff. Sam Craig, our camp director, is phenomenal. And he's an excellent facilitator. He's a thoughtful leader, and he's done a tremendous job. So I think the quality of summer camp and the quality of Carousel are the biggest things I'd celebrate on this day. We also have wonderful programs like the water-based fitness programs at Beatty, extremely popular, and that would be popular for the older generation. Ski, again, our ski program, our winter ski program fills up within minutes.
Where do the students ski?
So they're going to Wachusett and
Okay.
to Neshoba, and different ages go different places. But I have to tell you, that's another one where you're online
popular,
in
yep.
the morning, 7 a.m. It fills up. We try to add buses. It's amazing. It's thriving. It's a thriving program. And for our events, I guess I would highlight the Shamrock Ball. I don't know. Have you heard about the Shamrock Ball?
I don't think I really have.
I have to tell the community about Shamrock Ball. It
Yeah.
is so fun. And again, I've been in the business here for at least a decade in municipal government. So when I walk into something, I can see it and feel it. Shamrock Ball
I'm guessing
is
it's
one of those
March.
events. It is March. And it's run by Marty Hutchinson, who runs all of our events and is another staff member who has been here. She's a resident of Concord, and lifetime resident, and been with us for a good 30 years. So you can imagine this event has gotten better and better and better. Shamrock Ball is a special time for families to bring their daughter for a dance. So they have dinner with us, dessert, loud, wonderful music, and we have 200 tickets that go out for sale, and that sells out immediately. And so a 400 people event, and it's wonderful. So you go in, and if you walk in through the event, what it feels like and looks like is, oh my gosh, these fathers with their daughters are beautiful. So there's a lot of smiling faces, kids dress up, and they run around with each other and their friends, right? And then dancing with their fathers is normally the night. So it's pretty wonderful.
I'll look forward to that one. Yeah. We've talked a lot about staff, which has been so nice to hear, especially about some of the longevity. But I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the work that the Recreation Commission has done over the last few years. I know that they put together a strategic plan, and that probably was finalized probably a little before you started here in Concord, but I imagine it still guides the work of the department and, kind of the direction. Could you talk a little bit about the work the Rec Commission did, and now we have this plan that got a lot of community input, and so now what do we do from here? How do we implement?
Absolutely. So what I know about the plan is that you're right. It closed roughly when I was coming on board, and so I believe the work actually took place between 2022 and 2024. The project itself had an extensive public process, and like you said, it was highly cross-divisional and had a lot of internal input too, cross-departmentally, and so the Recreation Commission worked with people like the CPW, for instance, Concord Public Works, and the NRC, and they had a big role to play in terms of organizing the thought and participating in all of the meetings. So I would say that was fantastic, and clearly from the report itself, there was a lot of public input and a lot of public process. So identifying action items was a key part of the project, and identifying themes to study was also a key to the project. So action items or themes, I'll say, that came out of this study that we want to conduct specialized studies within the town, and that relates to things like a town water access plan,
Oh, okay.
a multimodal transportation plan, and the RecCom also wanted to see a rectangular field study. And they want to look at this because they want to compare the needs for recreation and the town assets and the fields we use. Because at the time of this study, there seemed to be a discrepancy or potentially an opportunity for us to better lay out our permit process and leave some open space for open drop-in recreation. So that's what I read from the study itself. But what's great is, and the water access. Water access has become a huge part of what Recreation Commission really wants to see as a next step. And so they're looking for a townwide water access plan for things like kayak rentals, and potentially more paddling classes in recreation. So I got really excited about that. That's my background and where I come from is outdoor recreation and education. That's where I spent 20 plus years of my work in colleges and universities and outside that. And so I have a plan for that as soon as we can get water access. So that's really exciting to me. Those are probably the key goals of RecCom right now in terms of what came out of this study. But I want to make sure that listeners today have a resource so they can go to our website and they can actually see the full plan. And they can see the full action items and give us comments anytime to myself or the assistant director, DJ Fimiani. So our emails are available there. I'd love to hear from the community in terms of what they think is important. But yeah, those are some of our next steps.
And the Recreation Commission is a public commission. They meet in open session. Those meetings are available if folks are interested in tuning in and learning more about the day-to-day operations of that group.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about trends and, if anything was identified in this plan or otherwise. I mean, I think Concord's been pretty early to pickleball. I mean, we have courts.
Yes.
That's kind of a major trend. And it sounds like water access is the next kind of a future phase. Are there any other trends that are bubbling up that folks are getting excited about in the recreation world? So
it makes me smile when you say pickleball, although I would say that most directors at recreation programs across municipalities, struggle with how fast pickleball is growing. So just to comment on that a little bit, I would say pickleball is the biggest trend across Massachusetts.
It's not going anywhere.
As well as the rest of the nation. It is not going anywhere. And so I'm taking it upon myself to really study the pickleball program here in Concord and really and create more opportunity to encourage teenagers and kids to learn to play. This is a lifelong recreation paddle sport. That is fun, that is active, that is social, and that you can adapt for any age and I think most abilities. And so it's a lot of fun to think about, even though we struggle with it happening so quickly. I'm taking it on. It's fun. So we do have a pickleball community in Concord, and we are looking to grow our program. And so you'll see us offering more education opportunities.
Great.
Other trends, cricket. Actually, is really
cricket.
popular.
I didn't know that. Okay.
We haven't taken on cricket yet, but we will. Probably at some point because it is a growing sport. I think climate change, I'll just mention too, makes me want to rethink what I'm doing and what I'm focusing on because I think the impact to our strategic plan might be real. So I need to study that a little bit more and talk about what I'm going to do in the next 10 years with Recreation Commission and the next 20 to make sure that we've made some adjustments based on what we think might happen here and the warming climate. It's just happening. So we'll look at that. And I think one of the other trends I'll mention here today is just the inclusive playground design. It's been a charge for about the last 5 years, but we're seeing it come to life really in a lot of our national conferences and local conferences. I'm happy to say that playground design has come a long way.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to implementing it.
That's great. You just touched on a few things I was going to ask you about. It's interesting you brought up climate change. I think sustainability is something that is really everyone's job here in Concord, and we're all thinking about it related to our work. Same with inclusion. And so how, inclusion, focusing on inclusion is a major priority of the select board here in town. How do you ensure programming serves residents of all ages, from toddlers to seniors? And could you talk about some of the financial aid or scholarship options that are available? You did mention that camp, is inclusive to students with disabilities. Like, how are we serving all of our members of the community and making sure everyone feels welcome?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that you asked me that. So we have a couple of ways to look at inclusivity, and I would separate the two when I answer the question, only for the sake of being a little clearer. Inclusivity, we can talk about financial inclusivity, and I look at it as equity.
Yep.
And so we do have an equity program, and we have, I think, for decades, and I'm hoping to make it more public, but we do offer financial assistance for any family who really wants to participate in recreation, or they see their kid really wanting to participate in a new sport or learn a new sport, they can apply for financial aid. And we have a hearty fund set aside to do that each year because we think it's important. We think recreation should be available to everyone, no matter their ability, because it is fun and because it really helps with create a healthy lifestyle. So that's a big effort of ours, and we're going to continue. I see us continuing to do that. We do also offer inclusive programming, and we offer programs for every age. And that's what I was referring to earlier. There's truly something for everyone at recreation. And so everything from the carousel program, that's preschool, all the way up to teens and kids through our summer camp. And we offer a lot of our fitness programs at the BD, the swim fitness and the land fitness, really get to people that are my age, somewhere in their 30s through their 60s, 70s. A lot of the fitness programs, I think we have roughly 75% people over the age of 65 in Concord, somewhere around that is what I'm learning. And so we see all those 65-plussers at BD Swim and Fitness, and they are swimming, and they are doing land fitness, and they are doing water fitness, and they are staying healthy, active. Great. Their mental health is great because of it. And so, yes, people of all ages, there's something for everyone at recreation.
Great. Thank you. It might be helpful to explain a little bit about how these services are paid for and about the enterprise fund. I think the way we have it set up here is that the fees cover the services. Is that right? Like, could you talk about how this all works and how memberships work and how we're funding these programs?
Yes, I want to talk about that a little bit. So the BD Swim and Fitness Center is run completely on an enterprise fund. And what an enterprise fund is, it's really you can think of it as a relief on taxes, right? It's a general fund relief because what we're offering is programs and recreation programs and services, but we're 100% self-sustaining.
So it's separate from the general fund where people pay taxes and those pay for
Correct.
services. So so if you pay for a membership, that goes back into the pot that pays for the programming?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It pays for the programming and services at the Beauty Swim and Fitness Centers, 100% of it. So it's a self-sustaining fund. Zero taxes support the programs and services. So we have a zero balance budget. So every year we build a budget around our programs and services, and we operate on that budget. So we just draw down, and so the revenue is the way that we manage that budget. It's been thriving now for roughly, I think it's been open 18 years. And it's worked as an enterprise fund the entire time. It's a 20-year-old building, and we're really thinking forward about a lot of maintenance that has to take place, and looking forward to that. But again, all the capital projects, everything is within the enterprise fund and separate from the general fund.
Great. What about the other programs that you offer?
Yeah, so all the other programs really that happen at the Hunt Recreation Center that I was referring to earlier, that's where all of our enrichment comes from. A lot of the staff come from. That's really handled in a revolving fund.
Okay.
So similar to the enterprise funds, it's a totally separate fund. It is self-sustaining again. It's a relief on the general fund, and that typically municipal government offers recreation and covers somewhat of it, whether it's just the administration, but a lot of recreation programs are set under this revolving fund, and that's how we operate. And it's working out great, but we do cover 100% self-sufficient there in the revolving fund as well, and that covers all recreation programs, that covers our assets, that covers all of our expenses.
Okay, great,
including staff, right? Including all of our overhead and programs and paying. BD pays for lifeguards. Obviously, all of our staff comes out of that.
So you talked a little bit about some maintenance coming up. Are there any upcoming capital projects or facilities improvements that residents should know about?
Absolutely. I just want to reference my note here on capital projects. I have quite a few. I think I'll highlight, and some of them are really facility improvements that I should probably highlight. So we do have a plan for the BD roof. I was just talking about BD, and it's time for some maintenance. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of leaks over there. It's some of the comedy that staff get by with every day that keep us going. But we do have quite a few leaks happening at BD Swim and Fitness, and so we'll be addressing those in this fiscal year. We also have an exciting project for ride-out tennis and basketball courts. I'm currently sitting on a recreation commission subcommittee that's working on that project. All those meetings are public as well. Anyone
great.
can sign on to the town calendar and see when the next meeting is. And we keep that's all public. That's happening right now. Shortly after we look at ride-out tennis and basketball courts, which by the way include the pickleball courts. Pickleball is lined over at Rideout, so that's where our pickleball really happens. So that's exciting.
So what's that project? It's improvements to the courts?
It is renovation and improvements. Okay. Thanks for asking. I thought I shared that. So yeah, we're looking at the courts, identifying their current state, and we're going to renovate and refurbish those courts.
Wow.
And right now we're just looking at how we want to go about doing that.
Great.
And that'll happen in this fiscal year. After that project, what I think we'll do is we'll look at Emerson tennis and Emerson Park in general, but mostly tennis and basketball, the same kind of project. So that's going to be an improvement to those courts as well. I would say that's really highly used over the basketball court's really highly used over at Emerson. So we'll take a look at both of those projects. And one of the other items I'm really excited about is the Hunt expansion feasibility. So we're looking at a redesign of the Hunt Recreation building itself. As I mentioned, it's extremely old and it's kind of in need of a restructure because of the growth of our programming over the last, several years. We need to really look at how we're laying out the conference room, for instance, the kitchen, the bathrooms, the locker rooms, redesign the inside. And then what I'm hearing from the community is we really need more indoor space to recreate in the wintertime. And so we are looking at potential expansion in the feasibility study to see if we have any opportunity there. But those are some of the projects that are coming up in capital that I'm really excited about.
And I think one thing that was discussed at the select board meeting this summer was about swim blocks at BD. Can you talk a little bit about, I think that was a donation?
Yeah, and that'll be installed in just a week or so. So I'm sorry I skipped over that. But yes, we got a donation from the Friends of Swim and Dive that work with the high school, I believe, and really guide some of the work that happens in the region too. And they donated swimming blocks for us. We are so excited. This was a significant gift for recreation and for BD Swim and Fitness. It was somewhere upwards of $90,000 of a total gift amount. So we are so grateful to them, and we're working to install those as early as next week or August 22nd or so that week when we have BD shut down. Typically, we do this annually shut down. Mm-hmm. So we're looking to hopefully get the install.
That's great.
That week, exciting. And there's Olympic swim blocks, so it's not just any old swim blocks. So these are going to be very nice for the swim team. I think that everyone's going to be real excited about that.
Great. So I think we've talked about so many different programs here, and I'm thinking about how residents can stay up to date on recreation programs. Of course, we have the website. I'm the recipient of a few different newsletters, I think. I got a camp one the other day, which was great. But I'd love for you to talk about how residents can stay up to date on programs, how they can give feedback. How can we stay in touch?
Okay, great. I would say that my mission this year, in part for the entire department, is really get people more involved. So our vision is to move, grow, play, and thrive. And that really kind of fits with our overarching vision and goals for the year. So enhancing our communication and engagement with the community is part of that, as well as enhancing awareness on all of our programs. So thank you so much for the invite today. But the way to stay in touch with us is to reach out to me. I'm at ljackson@concordma.gov. Share any feedback that you have about programming. Share your vision, ideas, and dreams with me. I'm a big vision thinker, and I love doing that, and I love hearing from the community. And you can go to also contact the assistant director, David Fimiani, which he is fantastic and fabulous, and would love to hear from the community as well. He specifically manages our programs. And we have a general manager over at BD. Her name's Jenny Sicardo. You can find all these emails online at concordrec.com. But Jenny would love to hear as well about people who have ideas about new programming at BD. One of the charges that I came in with is I really try to stay relevant to the community. Mm-hmm. And I really try to stop doing what's not working and start doing something new. I really want innovation. So I would love to hear new ideas and let them process through the program department with DJ Femiani and Jenny for BD, and bring those ideas forward so we can consider them and vet them and see if we can make it happen together.
Okay, great. So I think for the final question here, how about we shift into your sales pitch? So if you haven't tried a Concord Recreation program yet, why should they give it a shot? What do you think?
Oh my gosh, because we're fun. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I would like to celebrate all the staff. We are fun. We are inclusive. We want people to know that they belong here. Mm-hmm. That is the feeling I want people to have for the first time if they call up and they've never done a fitness class, for instance, at BD. I want the voice on the phone or the person standing in front of them to make them feel like they're in the right spot and that they belong here. So we have programs for beginners. We have intermediate programs. You can go online and see BD's schedule for fitness and swim programs, and you'll see that there. You'll see the variety of options. So we want you to grow with us. We want to enhance your quality of life, and we really mean it. And so we want to make you laugh. We want to make you play. And we want to make you thrive. And so it should feel like that. We hope to increase the quality of life and the health and the happiness of everyone in this community.
Okay, thank you so much. So on that note, I appreciate it, Lee. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
See you next
Megan.
time.